Hey everybody. Today I'm going to go over the Princeton offense that I run with my girls' high school varsity basketball team. The Princeton offense is something I've got excited about 5 years ago, and I was looking for a new offense, something new, new type of motion, new type of continuity offense that allows the process to keep going over and over and over again. And I really like all the different options that are involved in the Princeton offense. The Chin series, in particularly, which is a 4 out and 1 in. And I'm going to show you guys again video examples here. I'll slow it down and show you exactly how we do it and how we practice it to get the options that we're looking for. Love the backdoor stuff. Love the easiness of it. It may not look easy, of course, at first, but there's two parts of it, and once you practice the first part down, and then you move on to the second part, and put them both together in the game, it's fluid. It keeps going back and forth. So, the Princeton offense, the Chin series, this is what I run. Is like I said, this has been about the 5th year that I've been doing this now. So I'm going to show you guys some examples and show you how we run this and what each person's job is, and break it down for you on how we run this. All right. Here's the setup. The setup is you have my players in the white on offense. You have 4 out and 1 post in the middle at the free throw line. You see her there with her hands up. Now, the setup is the 2 players up top should be closer around the volleyball line-ish area. And then you have the 2 wings that are at the free throw line extended. Your post player should be on the ball side elbow around the free throw line-ish area. And the reason you want this set up is you want those 2 girls on the wings at free throw line extended. Notice how all 5 of my players are away from the basket. That whole 15-foot down to the basket is all free and clear, and there's a reason for that, and that's open space for the backdoor cut, if in which case we need it. Okay, so right now, the first, you have 4 out, you have 1 in. First thing, you have ball handlers right here. The girl with the basketball, she has a choice to start the offense. She can do a dribble handoff, or she can just cross the ball, what I call cross the ball to the other side, to the people standing on the other side of the court. So here's what she's going to do. She's going to take it, and she's going to dribble handoff first. Okay, so she's going to do a dribble handoff. So right here, going for the dribble handoff. Now on the dribble handoff, if you notice the other 2 on the weak side, if these 2 girls are exchanging places with the dribble handoff on this side, then the other 2 girls are exchanging places on the other side. This making the defense move. Okay, so again, notice the 2 girls, they switch places. See that? Okay, so dribble handoff on this side, the other 2 girls have to switch automatically. Now, this pass right here, I would like the pass to be higher away from the basket, more around the free throw line-ish area. At least that's the way we practice it. You want to bring the defense out. You want to bring the defense out to you. This team isn't necessarily particularly playing the tightest defense right now. But if you're playing a team that has tight defense, you want to bring them out away, so out more towards the volleyball line and cross that ball. Now that's what you hear me say, cross. I cross that ball. When I diagram this, I draw a dotted line right down the middle of the floor, and you go from one half of the floor to the other. So I cross the ball, okay? After she crosses that ball, that is there's an automatic 2 passes here. If there's a cross pass, it's an automatic, and I say and one more pass. So it's a cross pass, and then there's an and 1 pass. Always, 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 always. You do not cross it and hold it right here. Never. Because then that's going to stall the offense. We can't do anything with it from there. We're not supposed to. Okay? So we're gonna cross after the handoff, cross and 1. Okay? Now after you see Jordan here, number 23, as she crosses and she's going to hesitate. Okay? That's a perfect hesitation. Let me show you live speed here. Okay, she's going to cross, hesitate, and then cut through. Now my 5 sets that screen for her. Boom, right there. And then she's going to get her layup and foul. Okay, so you're going to see this over and over again. Sorry, let me back up here. So my 5's on ball side. Wait, set that screen. Screen comes through. Perfect. Okay, that is the first half of the offense. We got the first look, which is great. That's only 1 half of it, though. That was the first look. That's the first part of the offense. Okay, let me see here. Keep it going. Again, same thing. Cross, hesitate, come through, screen. There she is. Perfect. Again, the exact same thing, actually with the same exact player too. Different game here. handoff, cross it again. I still would like the ball to be crossed a little bit higher, and I'm sure I mentioned it to the girls. There's my 5, sets a good screen for her. It's coming through. It's a cross and 1. Here she comes. Beautiful. So again, that's the first half of the offense, and if that works out all day long, by all means, it works out all day long. Now, here's where we set up. Now, notice at this point in time, we've set them up because we've obviously done the dribble handoff enough here to where the defense will start to cheat. Okay, perfect. That's what I love about this offense. There's always another option to do. If the defense wants to cheat up on that dribble handoff, which they're doing, it's a backdoor cut. Layup right there. Same thing over here. We're going to go for the dribble handoff and a backdoor cut. The layup. Easy money. Easy money if they're cheating. That's why we leave everybody back. Easy stuff. Okay. Here we go. Dribble handoff. Cross. And 1. Okay, now freeze right here. Now we're going to get into the second half of the offense. Because what if that first part, what if the first cutter coming through she's not open right there. Okay. So now what? My 5 has set a screen for her. Notice we got 2 girls, look at that. We've obviously done it enough in this game to where they know they have to watch the cutter. So look at that. They got 2 girls chasing down the cutter. So my 5 in the middle, she sets that first screen, that 5 post player, the free throw line. She sets that first screen, boom. Now immediately, as soon as she sets that first screen, she's going to come set a second one on the opposite corner right there. See that? Boom, right there. So she goes, finds a screener, and well, we got an open shot right here. Now that's the 5's job. On the girls on the outside. So once you cross the ball right here, once you cross that ball, you're going through. And when you cut through, you can pick a corner. It doesn't really make a difference. The offense is gonna work itself out either way as long as you go to a corner. Fill out to a corner. So Ariel's gonna cut through right here. Nothing there. Okay. So on the and 1, so you cross and you hear me say on the side, and I cross, cut through, and then you hear me say on the and 1 pass right here. This and 1 pass, and what I say and 1 more, a cross pass and 1 more. Okay. So on the and 1, you are supposed to walk your defender into the elbow. You walk her into the elbow. She gets back, and here comes the 5 to set the second screen. And then once you walk her to the elbow, you step back to the 3-point line, and boom, there's your open shot right there. And Jordan go ahead and knocks it down. Same thing over here. Okay, now this right here, I probably would correct right here. Handing off to the girl at the free throw line, extended hair out my wing. Notice the defense, how close the defense is right here. That's a cue right there. We should be backdoor cutting on this. That she's bringing the defender to the ball right here. No, that's not the best thing right here. Now, granted, she ends up with the ball anyway. It ends up working out. But in this situation with the defense cheating like that, she's cheating. Look at that. She wants to come in and steal that ball. That should be an automatic indication for the backdoor cut. Easy money. She takes a step forward, boom, like that right there, and then should be backdoor cut. Look at all that space back there she's got for the hoop. So this is a good setup. That's why I like this. And so it's the girl's responsibility to know when to backdoor, when not to. Okay, so again, it works out again. Here we go. Cross and 1. First screen, walk it in, step back. And then she's going to drive to the basket. Beautiful. A lovely setup because and that's another good thing about this offense is that at any point in time, you can take off and go to the basket if you feel you need to. Okay. I've had girls fake the handoff right here and just continue going with the basketball and drive right to the hoop. Okay, so there's so many different options. There's so many different things that the girls can do with this. So right here, cross. Here comes screen 1. Nothing there. Screen 2. Okay, nope. She's just going to drive. Awesome. Different team right here. This is the team I coached a couple years ago. Same thing. Cross. Screen 1. Walk it in. Step back. Beautiful. Very good. So there's 2 halves. There's 2 halves to it. This is when we start off. The girls have to know the quote-unquote the rules. Where you stand. Where do we start off standing? We have 2 girls that should be standing at the free throw line. Okay, and it's also important that when they go to dribble handoff, the angle that they go at their teammate. That's important too. They cannot come straight down at them. They have to come almost as if they're coming from center court to them to the at an angle. They cannot come straight down because you're not going to leave them any space on the sideline to get that handoff. So they should be more towards these two girls up top. Should be squeezed a little bit more together, closer together up top, and so that way the angle that the dribbler has to go at the right here gives this person, the handoff person, enough space on the sideline to come get it. If you don't give her any space on the sideline, it's not going to be pretty. Your defense is just going to squeeze you, hug you up against the sideline, and that's no good. So this is it right here. They need to learn this. They need to learn, okay, if you're gonna, now technically speaking, the person with the ball right here, she could just cross the ball to the other side of the court and the play would run the same. She crosses, she goes through to the hoop, picks a corner as she goes through. That's it. It's the same thing. Instead of just doing that now, she decides, okay, I'm going to dribble handoff. So she could decide right now, should I cross or should I dribble handoff? Okay. So again, she's going to dribble handoff, and the girls need to know that when it goes to dribble handoff, that's the other two have to switch to as well. Okay. Now you'll notice my girl on the other side, the girl with the black knee braces there, she's going down to get in her teammate's defender's way. Look at that. She gets in the way and then pops out. That's important because if she does not do that, if she just switched places with her teammate in the green jerseys over there, that teammate's defender has a free lane to come pick off this basketball. And that's probably, see that right there? If she goes down to get in the defender's way, okay, and then pops out. If not, that defender will have a straight lace right to that's happened a couple times in a game, and it's not necessarily, it's kind of half the passer's fault, but also it's majority of this girl's fault for not getting in the defender's way. So she knows that when she's supposed to go down on the opposite side of the dribble handoff, she's supposed to, look at that, go down, get in the way, just to give her teammate enough open opportunity to catch that ball. Okay? So that's another thing that's important. So you do the dribble handoff, cross. And then one of the tendencies the girls have when learning this is they just want to cross and keep running as they cross without, look at this girl, she hesitates first. I love that. That is so perfect. She hesitates a little bit which side she's going to go on. Now, technically speaking, she doesn't have to go over top of the screen. Which way she goes, she could go to the right or to the left of the post player right now. It just dictates on where the defender is at that point in time. If the defender's on the high side, then she's going to go the bottom side to the right. If right now you can tell the defender's a little bit on the lower side, so she's going to go over top to the left. So it just depends on that's where you need the hesitation. You need that hesitation so the 5 can make sure she's set up on that screen and you know what side you're going. Either way, it's the same difference as long as the screen is set. Now, my post player notice her standing at the free throw line-ish right there. She can come a little higher. She can come up to that 3-point line, step up to set that screen. Okay, as long as the screen is set. Okay, as long as the screen is set, that's the most important part. Let's see here, right here. This is where the backdoor part. I am not the biggest fan of this pass right here, only because my girls have, I don't know about you guys, but my girls have a bad tendency of putting the ball right where the other girl's hands is. I am a constant preacher of the bounce pass because obviously, people's hands don't go down to the floor to deflect a bounce pass. So, but at the same point, there's always a, how should I say it? I don't know, a probability that it could get through. I am not, if it were me and I'm coaching this, I'm telling the girls to bounce pass it through there as opposed to going over top because that's where everyone's hands are. If everyone's hands are up, you pretty much have to put that ball right where you need it to be. And so for me, I'm a bigger fan of preaching a bounce pass on this play. Here we go, the second part. Cross. And 1. Walk it in. Step back. And what's funny, when we practice this, sometimes we only practice, like that's me doing the crossing over there. Like I will be the person crossing as a coach. I will just cross the ball and they'll catch it in and 1. They'll walk it in and the 5 will come set a screen. They'll step back and they'll take the shot. That's all, and that's it. So we'll only practice the second half of it. We'll practice either the first half of it, maybe we split up and I'll have my assistant coach on the other side of the court doing the first half, while I'm over here with my group doing the second half of this offense, and we run it over and over and over. And I'm not kidding. Like, I'm the type of coach that will do things over and over and over to make sure they get it right. And judging by how these girls play, you can see that they're doing it diligently. They know what they're supposed to be doing. Coming through, walk it in, step back, green light to attack the basket. Screen 1, walk it in, step back, screen 2. Now if you freeze right here, now if she steps back and she catches it and she's not, how should I say, she's not good to shoot. Let's say she wasn't open. Let's say we did get the ball back here. We're still set up right back to the beginning. We set up again. Now she could, again, if she didn't want to shoot right here, all she'd have to do is cross it, maybe back up to the volleyball line, cross it, and do it again. Everyone's set up right back where not right back where they started, but the play is set up back again. So that's what I love about this offense. And you can run it over and over and over again until you get it right, until you get the right option, or until you get a back door. Let me see here. Another one. There's one of these things here. When you get more into the complicated part of this, right here, you can see this. There's 5 screens. The 5, look at this. We have the cutter coming down the middle. The 5 misses the screen a little bit, but look at this. We have 2 girls chasing the cutter. The 5 right there in the middle should be showing herself to catch that ball in the middle. Okay, that comes with strategy. If they're switching, all that type of thing. That's just another option right there for the 5 to show herself. And same thing right here. Notice her. She sets the screen right there, the 5. She sets the screen and then turns around and shows herself. That is perfect. I mean, she's supposed to do that because after a couple times of doing this, what's going to happen is the defense has to basically pick their poison. What'll start to happen is the my post player's defender there in the middle of the key, she will cheat out to the 3-point shot. Upon which case, you're going to have 2 defenders jumping out at the 3-point shooter, and the post player will be open. So after she screens, she knows she's an option. Perfect. Okay. So when I break it down like that, I know from my standpoint it seems pretty easy, and from the girls it may take a little bit for them to get it, but there's rules to it and it's pretty standard, and we read the defense and there's a lot of options off of it, and if it doesn't work out, you run it again, everybody's set up again. And this is more or less for in case you have a team that doesn't necessarily have the most talent, where everybody's sharing, everybody has the opportunity to score. It's not necessarily dictated around one team, around one person or one player. So it's a continuity offense. Everyone's involved. The girls like it because the ball is shared and they're not just standing around watching everybody go. This is the Princeton offense. This is a collegiate offense that I took and introduced to the girls, and it's been working well ever since for me for the past 5 years. So anyhow, that is a breakdown of that. I hope you guys got that, and like I said, if you guys have any more questions, feel free to contact me and I will explain more how we do this. But again, this is just a simple breakdown of how we ran the Princeton offense, which is technically called the Chin series. And yeah, so again, hope that helps, guys.